Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P0706 indicates an issue with the transmission range switch, specifically an open circuit condition. This Diagnostic Troubleshoot Code, DTC, is critical as it relates to the proper functioning of the automatic transmission. The transmission range switch is responsible for sending signals to the engine control module, ECM, about the gear position of the transmission. This information is vital for the vehicle's operation, including starting and shifting between gears. A faulty switch can lead to significant problems with the transmission's performance and the overall driving experience. Understanding this code and the related troubleshooting process is key to maintaining the Honda CRV's reliability and safety on the road. The transmission range switch plays a crucial role in the overall operation of the automatic transmission. Located near the transmission case, this switch monitors the position of the gear selector lever and sends corresponding signals to the onboard computer, specifically the engine control module, ECM. If the transmission range switch fails, it can cause incorrect signals to be sent. For example, it may prevent the car from starting or shifting into the correct gear, leading to driving issues. As a result, ensuring that this switch is functioning correctly is vital for the driver's safety and vehicle performance. Troubleshooting this DTC involves confirming the switch's signals and ensuring there are no issues with the electrical circuits connected to it. There are several possible causes identified for DTC P0706. First and foremost, the most common issue is an electrical circuit problem, which can arise from damaged wires or poor connections. Mechanical issues within the transmission cannot cause this code. It is purely electrical. A faulty transmission range switch itself may be the source of the problem, leading to inaccurate readings being sent to the ECM. Lastly, defective wiring can also affect the signals and should be thoroughly inspected during the diagnosis. Recognizing these potential causes is crucial to effectively resolving the issue and restoring normal vehicle function. The symptoms associated with DTC P0706 can significantly impact vehicle performance. One common symptom is improper transmission shifting. The car may not shift smoothly between gears or may remain stuck in one gear. Another critical symptom is the inability to start the vehicle, as the range switch may falsely signal that the vehicle is in gear when it is not. Additionally, drivers may notice error lights illuminating on the dashboard, indicating a problem with the transmission system. These symptoms can make driving unsafe and uncomfortable, underscoring the importance of addressing P0706 promptly. In the first step of troubleshooting for DTC P0706, you want to verify the condition of the transmission range switch. Begin by ensuring that the shift cable is properly adjusted, as misadjustment can lead to incorrect readings from the range switch. Once that is confirmed, turn the ignition switch to the on/to position. This is essential for powering the vehicle's electronic systems to conduct the appropriate checks. Next, you will need to compare the input signals from the various switches associated with the automatic transmission. Using a Honda Diagnostic System HDS tool, check these readings against expected values for each shift lever position. This step helps in identifying whether the system is functioning correctly or if there is a signal issue present. During the second troubleshooting step, a thorough check of the transmission range switch signals is crucial. Use the HDS tool to compare the inputs from the ATP switch, ATR switch, ATN switch, ATD switch, AT2 switch, and AT1 switch against their expected values in every shift lever position. This systematic approach will help determine whether the signals are functioning as they should. Pay particular attention to any off signals that should be on. Discrepancies highlight potential faults in the switch or related circuits. If all signals align correctly, it's possible that you're dealing with an intermittent issue that may require further investigation. The third step involves checking the integrity of the transmission range switch itself. First, turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position to ensure safety during disconnection. Next, carefully disconnect the 10P connector from the transmission range switch. To isolate the issue, you will need a jumper wire to connect the terminal that previously showed an off condition to ground. Once this is done, switch the ignition to on 2 again. Using the HDS, observe the readings for the previously off signal. If the switch now indicates on, it confirms that the transmission range switch is faulty and requires replacement. If it remains off, the switch is likely functioning correctly, prompting further steps to investigate other components. Step 4 focuses on verifying the wiring associated with the transmission range switch. First, again turn the ignition switch to lock 0 for safety. Jump the SCS line using the HDS to access specific system checks. Then, disconnect the PCM connector B49P before examining for continuity between the transmission range switch connector terminal and the corresponding PCM terminal, as per the diagnostic table provided. This step is critical, as any breaks or faults in these wires can lead to the P0706 code. If continuity is confirmed, it indicates the wiring is in good condition. If not, repairs will be necessary to address any open circuits, and it may also be wise to verify that the PCM has the latest software version to prevent issues. The fifth troubleshooting step assesses the continuity of the ground wire associated with the transmission range switch. To start, ensure the ignition switch is in the lock 0 position for safety. Disconnect the 10P connector from the transmission range switch. Using a multimeter or similar tool, check the continuity between test points 1 and 2 as specified in the diagnostic procedure. This involves testing between the ground wire at terminal number 6 and the body ground. If continuity exists, it confirms that the GND wire is functioning correctly, and you can proceed with replacing the transmission range switch if previous tests indicated a fault. However, if there is no continuity, there may be an open circuit in the ground wire, necessitating repairs to ensure a solid connection to ground at G101. After completing all necessary repairs indicated by the troubleshooting steps for DTC P0706, a final repair verification must be conducted to ensure that everything is corrected appropriately. First, make sure all repairs performed align with the diagnostic results and are fully completed. Next, use the HDS tool to clear any DTC codes from the vehicle's computer. This step refreshes the system for new tests. It is also essential to conduct a test drive after clearing the codes, observing the transmission's behavior under normal driving conditions. This part verifies that the issue has been resolved and that no new codes arise, ensuring safety and functionality for the driver and passengers. Effective preventive maintenance can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering issues like DTC P0706 in the future. Regular inspections of the transmission range switch and associated wiring should be conducted to check for any signs of wear or damage. Keeping electrical connections clean and free from corrosion will help ensure proper signal communication between the switch and the vehicle's onboard computer. Additionally, it is advisable to check for updates to the Powertrain Control Module (PCM) software and perform updates as required. Regular maintenance routines can foster a long lifespan for these components and enhance overall vehicle reliability, ensuring a smoother driving experience. In conclusion, DTC P0706 highlights an electrical issue concerning the transmission range switch, within the Honda CRV from 2011 to 2016. Understanding this code is critical for diagnosing and resolving any problems associated with the automatic transmission. A systematic approach to troubleshooting, as outlined in the steps provided, can lead to accurate identification of faults and timely repairs. Additionally, taking preventive measures through regular inspections and maintenance can mitigate the chances of facing similar issues in the future. Staying proactive not only enhances the reliability of your vehicle, but also contributes to a safer and more enjoyable driving experience. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.